Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So here I want to cover inventory space and inventory management. Right now, just as a heads up, you can get inventory space for, pretty dirt cheap. Go to bags here and just click search. This is at least on PC. You can get bags with the maximum slots of 72 for under 130,000 Astro Diamonds. That is pretty crazy when you compare prices just a few weeks ago, if not months ago, where these were upwards of 300,000. And they try to sell these on the Zen market for 500 Zen. Yeah, compare that to the auction house prices and these ones are a very good deal. I don't know how it is on consoles, but in all likelihood they may be cheaper. Now you may wonder why. Why is the price so low? There's only 50 there, so be aware the price may go up after this video as people take advantage of this like I'm saying you should. But there's no reason you can't look out for this advantage to return again. The whole reason why these get that cheap is because lockboxes. People will go and open the newest lockbox and they will obtain a ton of bags of holding. This is where they're coming from. They obtain more bags than they can make use of, so they go and sell them. And that's why the prices ends up so low, because people have more bags than they know what to deal with. They keep undercutting each other, trying to sell them. People are not buying them. Maybe people don't realize how cheap it's gotten. Just be aware the timing matters. Yes, people will open lockboxes, but people open lockboxes the most when a new one comes out. So during the first week, that is when you want to take advantage of the prices of these bags. They're only this low because there's been a big influx of the amount of people opening lockboxes and getting these. People spend all the keys they've saved up during this week with the new lockbox release, and then they try and offload all those items, and so they're very cheap. Over time, people do open lockboxes, but not as much. You'll get people opening one per day with the people who don't save their keys. And again, when the next box comes out, the prices of bags of holding will drop again. Whether that will be back down to this price or lower, we shall see. And so 72 slots is an absolute ton. And when you check your inventory, you can see you have a total of 7 slots you can have here. I could obtain a lot of space if I were to upgrade to these new 72 bags. I only have one of them there, but I don't think I will. And let's talk about that a bit more. So make sure you're taking advantage of that to purchase some very cheap inventory space if you need it. But let's cover inventory management, and I'll give some of my advice after playing the game for 5+ years straight. I played earlier than that, but took quite a few breaks in between. So my inventory is a mess. It sorely needs some sorting, so let's run through that along with giving some tips. First of all, I like to have it set so that I have 10 slots across the board there. You can easily then see things, sort things, and I just prefer it like that. Keep in mind, there is a way to have it so that your inventory shows not by the bag, which means you're going to have everything just, displayed like this, all together in basically one bag. I personally do not like it like this. I prefer to have a little bit more of an assortment by being able to choose which bag, what goes where in that bag. You also have the ability then to manage those bags. You can filter what you want to automatically go in what bag, but I generally avoid doing that. Now, instead of having, let's say, free inventory space at the bottom here, because when you obtain new items, they will automatically get put in at the top of your inventory and fill downwards, I like to make sure I have some space at the top. So we need to get rid of some stuff. We look at what we have. There's a bunch of unbound stuff. We're just going to put that in our shared bank that we don't need on, let's say, this character. We can look at some things and perhaps we can sell them. For example, companions. These are one of the things I would recommend hoarding. Rather than selling them immediately, check the price. If their price is super low, save them, hoard them. Maybe one day they'll have a rework and that companion will all of a sudden sell for 10 times to 1,000 times the price. I have a quick link here. We may as well put it and list it to sell for maybe 777,000 Astral Diamonds. Maybe we can get that. But this is how I like to sort my inventory, to have always free slots at the second bag here. The first bag I like to have my consumables, so these are my tank consumables and these are my healer consumables. I need some guild food there for healer consumables. They've been lost somewhere. Here it is. And we can go and drag that up here. You can hold on anything and then drop it wherever you want. If you want to move around a lot of stuff, you can hold control, click on them, and then you can drag all of it together. I personally like to keep onto as many celestial bags of refining as I can, just so that if I need to spend any Zen to purchase something, I can always have a discount. I'll cover exactly what discounts you can get with those. Again, that's for another video. For now, yeah, we need to sorely sort our inventory. We have a lot of things that don't really need to be here. We have some preservation wards, they won't fit in my bank unfortunately, but we have some extra enchanting stones that we can move to another character. That's the thing with inventory space. You want to have other characters so that you can use them as inventory space. Because again, every character has 8 bag slots here. One is by default, which is 42 slots. You can never upgrade it. You can check your bag management here. You can move things. I generally have it set so that there's no preference, right? Everything's just going to go in this bag. When I obtain something new, it's going in this bag with my free slots. So I don't like have to go look for it. From there, I always try sort this bag, free it up so there's nothing in here. And over time, it'll fill back up. But things to note that you do want to save are generally gear pieces that are harder to obtain. You never really want to get rid of them because you never know what changes the game's going to make and end up making them harder to get. I keep my Lionheart weapons, I keep my burnished weapons, I keep my celestial weapons, I keep my old artifact sets here as well, like the reflective set. Some of them are cheap and I could probably just get rid of them, but generally I prefer to just save them. You never know what change the game's going to make and end up having any of these gear pieces with their bonuses just become really like powerful. If you're just leveling up and you obtain some trash gear, what you want to do with that gear is right click it and convert it to appearance item. Over time you'll obtain lots and lots of items in your appearance library. Just be aware there is a maximum of 100. You can purchase extra appearance library slots from the bazaar here. They can be quite costly though, so I would generally avoid it and you can just get rid of, you can just delete it if you don't like it. But especially when just leveling up, getting gear throughout zones, have a look. Do I already have that piece? You just need to right click it, and if you already have it, it won't give you the option to convert it to your appearance item. Ultimately, your shared bank is your friend. Now, you could get extra slots for your shared bank, but in all this time, I have never done so. It is very annoying when transferring items to other characters, just having those limited slots, but you can make it work. I'm just going to put a bunch of gear in this so I can switch to a character and put that gear on that character, and I highly recommend having lots of alternate characters, and you can use them for inventory space characters. So we'll summon our bank here, that's perk of VIP, and you can see we just have a bunch of gear on this character and we're just saving it for a time when it might be good, when we might need it. This gear has some decent bonuses, so there's no point trashing it. Can't sell any of it because it's bound to my account, but I can move it to other characters because it's account bound. The bonuses are somewhat useful and it's not something I would get rid of because again, it might be good. You might want to use it on a build in the future. You never know what happens. Again, companions and sometimes mounts you'll want to keep, particularly if they look good. You never know when that mount won't be obtainable anymore, and then it might sell for a lot more than it does. We could check here, there doesn't even seem to be this mount in the auction house. It is though bound to my account, so that's probably a pretty unique mount. But like this Aragon of Belial, only 1,200 Astro Diamonds, not worth selling at all. May as well hold on to it until it's worth 20,000 Astro Diamonds or 100,000 Astro Diamonds. You never know when they stop making it available in the game. Same with these green companions. Yeah, I wouldn't even bother sell it for this price. It's not even worth your time. And you never know when it becomes very powerful. You never know when they make an update to these and make them become best in slot. always best to hold on to some. So yes, there's a lot of hoarding to be done in this game, and I pity you if you only have like 2 characters. That's by default. I would highly recommend waiting for a sale. You can buy character slots for 50% off. If you can't put any money in the game, then do not. Wait for the Zen exchange. Convert some astral diamonds right here. It's, yes, gonna take you 9 months, but that 9 months will be gone faster than you know it. And then you'll have some Zen. You can go to the services section and you can buy character slots. Again, wait until you can buy these at half price. You're getting 2 slots for just 125 Zen. That's a huge deal, not just for inventory space, but you can use that character to farm events and things. So we're just going to have to go through our inventory here, offloading a bunch of stuff. I generally sort it so I have consumables up here in the top section and then gear in the other sections. Bunch of stuff we don't need that's just in storage down the bottom, and progressively get to things we maybe would need. Saving event things like all of these gifts of Simral, like these protector hospitalities, a bunch of bound to character food here as well we can move. But there's things like scrolls I might actually need, so I may as well keep them here if I'm running Tiamat and feel a bit squishy. And then like Saha balls. There's so many things you want to keep in this game, but you need to be conscious of what you don't need. You'll get extra refinement points by doing dungeons. I recommend just saving the diamonds. Just save the legendary ones. These purple ones, if you need some extra refinement points, we already have 37 million. We do not need it all. Feel free to convert it if you need those. Otherwise, you could sell them or you could put them on other characters. I only have 1 here, so I'm just going to save it. And we'll build up a bunch and we can move them to another character and convert them when we get a whole load. We can invoke, we get another bag, and that's just going to fill up our space. But we need some more space here. So we did a whole bunch of organizing. You can now see our first bag properly contains just like consumables and also these refinement stuff, which we're just building up and saving. We've got just a nice whole bunch of free slots here for stuff that we can sell for these bags. And then moving down, we have some spare enchantments here with overloads, and then some food reinforcement kits, some scrolls that are just going to sit there, and then some other quest items here. Then here we have some event items, we have some insignias, these elemental strand packs, and then the rest is just gear and artifacts. It will automatically like sort the order, starting with like your headpiece, working your way down this column and then going down this column, and after that it would go over to artifacts. But we have it set like this. It's not such a big deal. But then some belt items here, then again all just gear pieces here, and this is stuff I would save just because I think it has some value, it has some use cases. It may very well get good sometime down the road, like a special ring with damage resistance against demons, devils, and fiends. Who knows when that gets broken? Who knows when that's actually useful? But if I was really tight to space, yes, I could go remove the protection and I could sell it for some gold. Generally would recommend selling for gold rather than actually converting to refinement points on those things, because the refinement points are very cheap these days, and you'll just want to go to any old vendor and you can sell the stuff to them here if you have items there. For example, we get VIP potions. We have far more than we need here. We can chuck a bunch of these in the store. Will leave us with maybe 57. That's fine. I have not been running much random queue content where I actually need, and we can fill the space with just celestial bags for now, and that gives us an absolute ton of gold. We can always go and like buy back, I believe, if we wanted to, like this, but yeah, I don't need to do that. Maybe we buy back some and keep 99. Again, all of those potions are just coming from VIP. This bag will give us 3 per day. But yeah, you're going to obtain a lot of junk. Your refinement points, just convert it instantly. You're going to obtain some trash gear like blue stuff, which I probably have in my appearance library here. And once you have it already in your appearance library, then just go and sell that stuff for silver, or just straight up discard it if you don't need any gold. Outside of that, just check what you can sell. Is it worth anything? And consider hoarding it if it's worth like nothing right now. But if you really think it's never going to be worth anything, feel free to just discard it. Additionally, with the shared bank, you can put a lot of resources in here. For example, in your currencies or your riches tab, that you don't need to always keep on that one character. This way you can be on other characters and you can see, I have 300 gold. There's no point me keeping 300 gold in this character. I may as well throw 200 in the bank. Trade bars. I like to keep some trade bars. Why? So that when I am in a fight and let's say I run out of scrolls, I can still go here and I can quickly buy a scroll and then revive myself. So I just have a few trade bars on each of my characters as like backup if I ever do that. I know I need to get more scrolls. And then for the rest, you have upgrade tokens. You may as well just chuck them into the bank so you can see collectively how much you have on your account. I probably need to go through all my characters and do this. And then same with insignia powder, same with unbind tokens, and also guild and also Reaper's challenge marks, which we don't have any here. We've managed to put them all there already. And of course your precious astral diamonds. You may as well chuck pretty much everything into the shared bank so that you can't accidentally spend something that you don't need to, and that you can take a double take before buying something. Do I really want to spend that astral diamonds on this or not? And then you have to actually go and do a few more steps to get access to the astral diamonds via having it in the shared bank. That'll especially help those of you who have a bit more trouble with saving. Ultimately, the more you play the game, the more inventory space you need. Having multiple characters definitely helps with that. If you have like 50 characters, it can be worth getting the packs that might give you extra inventory space. I don't believe they sell them anymore, but you used to be able to get like account-wide packs, which would allow you to claim those boxes here, and each of them would have a bag, but they're only like 12 space at this point. So versus just buying like 72 slots is generally better anyway, unless you really are looking on a scale of 50 characters. But I don't really want to manage that many. Hopefully this is somewhat insightful to you guys. Make sure to take advantage of cheap storage when that occurs. Again, always when people open lots of lockboxes when a new one is released, that's when the price goes down pretty heavily. Massive thank you once again to all of these channel members for their added support. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.